Outbreaks in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are a fantastic way to get brand new shiny Pokemon. So today I'm going to show you how you can choose the outbreak that you want to give you a better chance of finding that particular Pokemon that you want. I'm going to show you the odds of getting a shiny within an outbreak, and I'm also going to show you all the steps that you can take to give yourself the best chance for finding a shiny Pokemon. And make sure you hang around to the end of the video, because if you're following all these steps, the odds of getting a shiny Pokemon are pretty insane. First of all, when a Pokemon is in an outbreak, you can see this icon here for the particular Pokemon on the map, and as you scroll around the map you can see there's lots of different outbreaks happening at the same time. But what if the Pokemon that you're looking at are pretty dodgy and there's not one that you want to hunt? So what you can do is save the game, close the game, go back to your main Switch menu, go into date and time, and change the time to 11:59 p.m. Now when you go back into your game, you're going to see in the top right corner that those outbreaks have disappeared and new outbreaks are spawning. You can check the map again and see if you like any of those Pokemon. Again, if you don't like it, go into 11:59, change it, wait that 1 minute, and it's going to keep resetting, and a new Pokemon outbreak is going to happen each day. Just keep in mind that you have to wait until 12 o'clock to see that refresh in the outbreaks happening. Eventually, you're going to find one that you like and you can go after it. You can see in this area here, I have a Magikarp and an Arrokuda outbreak, but they're not what I wanted. So what I did is I reset, and then after I've reset, you can see I've got a Choodle and not the Arrokuda or the Magikarp in the same area. When you get to the outbreak that you want, I suggest you turn off autosave here and you save manually. The reason I suggest this is because if you find a shiny Pokemon, you accidentally kill it or it runs away and your Pokemon doesn't autosave, you won't be able to reclaim it. But if autosave is off, you can save beforehand, and then if you accidentally kill the shiny for whatever reason or something like that, you can reset and go back into the game, and then you can try for that shiny again. Now, when we start hunting, what you can do is use the Let's Go feature to start knocking out these Pokemon. There's a few reasons that you want to knock out these Pokemon. First of all, knocking out the Pokemon will actually increase the chances of one of the new spawns becoming shiny, and I'll talk about that more a little bit later on. And of course, as you're knocking them out, new ones are going to spawn, then there's another chance that one of them can spawn in the game as a shiny. Remember that while using the Let's Go feature, your character is free to run around, check all the other Pokemon that are in the area, because there might be Pokemon other than just the outbreak that you're hunting, and you can check them, see if they're shiny as well, pick up any items, have a bit of a look, all while, as you can see on the right hand side, my Pokemon is continuing to kill the Pokemon that are in the outbreak. Just make sure you don't go too far out of view for your Pokemon, but then when you want to start hunting again, press R, send out your Pokemon, and then it can keep going in case it's despawned because you went too far. One of the best things as well is that your Pokemon will not knock out the Pokemon in the Let's Go feature. It will actually refuse to knock it out. So don't worry, keep sending that Pokemon out, keep knocking out the other Pokemon, because it's not going to kill the shiny. You don't have to worry about it. Remember that there is no indication, no noise, or no sparkle in the overworld when a shiny Pokemon spawns. So if you're not very familiar with shinies, realizing that your Pokemon is not going to kill it, if it looks the same to you, that's an indicator that it is a shiny Pokemon. Or of course, just make sure that you're looking out for which one looks different to the rest. If you're not sure what the shiny looks like, that one's going to be the shiny. Of course, once you find the shiny and you start the battle with it, you're going to hear that audio cue and the sparkle to really confirm that it is a shiny Pokemon. Now, the odds of finding a random Pokemon on the game just while you're wandering around is 1 in 4,096, and that's the same at the start of the outbreak as well, 1 in 4,096 without any other boosts. Now, as I said, if you start to knock out some of these Pokemon, you're going to increase the chance. Now, if you've knocked out between 30 and 59 Pokemon, you get an extra shiny roll, so now the chance of finding a Pokemon is 1 in 2,048. And if you've knocked 60 or more, that's the maximum odds you can get by knocking out. Doesn't matter if you've knocked out a million. If you've knocked out 60, you get an extra shiny roll on top of that, and that gives you a 1 in 1,365 chance of getting a shiny. Now, unfortunately, in the game, there's no way to tell how many Pokemon you've knocked out within the outbreak, so you might need to do some kind of manual counting, either counting in your head or using some kind of auto counter or something like that, so you can check how many you've done. But at the end of the day, as you can see, they just keep spawning and spawning and spawning. So if you keep using the Let's Go feature to kill and get a new Pokemon to respawn, you're going to get 60 pretty quickly, and you just want to keep killing them anyway, because there's a lot of Pokemon that happen within an outbreak. And then eventually there'll be a little message saying that the outbreak is starting to get a little bit less, and then eventually the outbreak will finish, but there'll be a lot of Pokemon that you get to check within that. As a bit of a bonus tip as well, an area that might be good to hunt hunting is one that hasn't got too many obstacles or things in the way. As you can see where I'm hunting these rufflets here, it's very open, it's very easy for me to see where all the rufflets have gone to, and I can quickly encounter and use the Let's Go feature to knock them out and quickly increase the amount of Pokemon killed, and then increasing the chance of me getting a shiny Pokemon. So use the terrain to your advantage. Sometimes you'll see that there's Pokemon spawns, but there's obstacles in the way, or there's other stuff that's kind of just annoying, I guess. So think about that when you're hunting a particular Pokemon, especially if you're open to hunting any kind of Pokemon. Maybe that might be your advantage in choosing one that's easier and therefore going to be faster. Now, let's go into some of the ways that we can further increase the chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. But just before I do that, if you're enjoying the video so far and it's helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also, you can check me out twitch.tv/Motorfear4. I'm a shiny hunter. I love to catch shinies, so I'm always doing it on stream. So come and join the hunt on stream as well. The link is down in the description. Now, there are other ways that you can boost your shiny chances. One of the main ones being the sandwiches. Now, within sandwiches, there's lots of different boosts, and the particular boost that you're looking for is called Sparkling Power. Sparkling referring to shiny Pokemon, and they increase your chance of finding a shiny Pokemon. You can get level 1, 2, or 3 Sparkling Power. Now, I'm going to have a video eventually about different types of sandwiches, but just to give you a rough idea, the item that you're looking for within your sandwich is called Herba Mystica, the same one that they talk about throughout the storyline, and you won't be able to get them easily until the post game. After you become the champion, you can do level 5 and level 6 raids where the items or the Herba Mystica start to spawn, and then you can use those for your sandwiches. Just keep in mind that they're not guaranteed. It's actually a bit uncommon to get, so you want to use these sparingly, or making sure you save the game before you make the sandwich and then you restart afterwards to save your resources. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. I will go into those in a later video. Just know Herba Mystica, sparkling sandwiches increase your chances, but that's later on in the game. And then, of course, we have the shiny charm as well, which they actually talk about in some of the classes at the school. But we know that the shiny charm you can get once you collect all Pokemon within the Pokedex. And the shiny charm is going to give you 2 extra shiny rolls to increase your chances. Now, taking the odds I spoke about earlier about knocking out 60 plus Pokemon to give you maximum odds there with 1 in 1,365. If you added a level 3 Sparkling Power sandwich to your 60 plus encounters, what that also gives you is an extra couple of rolls. So you'll have a 1 in 683 chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. Now, if you have 60 Pokemon or more cleared, a level 3 Sparkling Sandwich, a shiny charm, that gives you the maximum amount of odds, which is a crazy 1 in 512 chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. That's the same as using the Masuda method with the shiny charm to be able to hatch one. But as you can see, doing these outbreaks, you're encountering them so quickly that it's not going to take very long at all until you're getting one of those Pokemon to shine. Now, if you're someone that's still near the beginning of their journey in Paldea, you're going to see that you're not getting as many outbreak options compared to people that are further in. It's simply because you just don't have as much space that you've explored yet. Or you might see maybe a question mark Pokemon because that's one that you haven't discovered before. So the more you go into Paldea, the more you uncover, the more outbreaks you will have, and then the higher chance that you'll have to find a particular Pokemon that you're looking for. That doesn't mean you need to wait until you start shiny hunting. You can do it at any stage, just the odds are going to be a little bit different. But if you really want one for your playthrough, go out there and get the shiny that you want. I hope you found this video helpful, guys. If you did, make sure you subscribe for lots more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet guides. You can also check out this top video up here, which is 5 quick tips for shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, which will be really helpful. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.